Obviously, St Piran's week, it kind of feels like it's St Piran's Day already today with all the festivals and different things going on. After 1 o'clock, you'll hear a little bit more from Redroof St Piran's Festival. Why not celebrate with a good book about Cornish folklore the children and grandchildren can enjoy? The Miniature Mermaid of Zennor is a new children's book from author Emily Harper. She joins us now. Hi, Emily.
Hello.
Hiya. Congratulations on the new book. And this is, I know, old folk stories are your thing, so we'll come on to that in a minute. But tell us about this particular story, because I've never heard of this, The Miniature Mermaid of Zennor.
So it's brand new, and it's based on the old Cornish legend of the Mermaid of Zennor. But it's got a bit of a twist. So folk tales have been passed down through generations, and the art of storytelling is something that I love to promote, and obviously stories as well organically change over time. So this one is half set in Notting Hill and half set in Zennor, and it's about family heritage. It's about going back to your roots and rediscovering the wild landscapes of Cornwall.
Lovely. It's a lovely, lovely story. And how did you discover The Miniature Mermaid of Zennor as a story? Is this something you grew up with or you found by accident?
So growing up, we were always around the ocean. We're lucky enough to have boats growing up. So I feel like the sea's always been part of my life. So anything to do with the ocean, sea life, mermaids, anything has always been really fascinating. And it was when I went traveling off to Australia, did the usual East Coast route when I was 18, and came across a book in a charity shop called The Mermaid's Chair. And I read it because I couldn't get hold of any books, didn't have any money. It was fantastic. And it was based around this mysterious chair in St Sonara Church in Zennor. And it stayed in my brain for years and years and years. And then my parents bought a house down in Morganforth, and I thought I need to go and investigate the story. And it just grew arms and legs from there, really.
It's fantastic. And I know old folk stories and the sort of magic of folk tales are your sort of thing. I mean, I was seeing on your website, you even do like free teaching resources. Local teachers can download all these sort of folk story bits and pieces. What is it about an old folk story like that for you? Why do you love the magic of it?
I just think there's something really magical about it. So I'm also a primary school teacher, and I feel like the art of storytelling has just sort of died off a little bit. And it's still relevant today. It's a really important skill for children. And in the classroom, the only things I could find were, the classic German folk stories, the classic fairy tales. And I thought there must be something more endemic. There must be something a little more closer to home. And we've got so much nature in the UK that all of these stories are born from. And I thought that, there's got to be something else. And I really struggled to find anything actually for the age group that I was teaching. So I love teaching folk stories because you can go anywhere with it. It's wild landscape for your imagination.
I bet there's many teachers grabbing a pen and paper to write down now. So if you want to see the teaching resources, emilyharperauthor.co.uk, you can have a look on there. Quite interesting stuff on there. And more about this book that we're talking about as well. So The Mermaid of Zennor, this is a lovely book, well illustrated, lots of colour. What sort of age group will it appeal to?
Yeah, it's aimed at, I would say, probably higher key stage 2, lower key stage 2. So it's marketed 9 to 12. But I mean, I have, it depends on your reading level, really. There's a lot of vocabulary in there that isn't so easy, but also it's aspirational. So yeah, that's a proper teacher response, isn't it?
No, it's great. I think it's just lovely. And I know people who do this for St Piran's, they almost give a little present to children and grandchildren, just something local. So what a nice little gift idea if you're looking for something a bit different. Look, the book is out now. It's been launched here today. It's great to hear. Emily Harper's brand new book, The Miniature Mermaid of Zennor. You can get your copy from The Edge of the World in Falmouth. Also, the Falmouth bookseller has got some copies. You can also order online from Amazon, Waterstones, WH Smith and others. Her website again, emilyharperauthor.co.uk. I think this is the first Cornish folk story you've tackled. You're going to do another one? Did you enjoy it?
I absolutely loved writing this book. It's been a long time coming, and the idea has been growing in my mind for quite a long time. But yes, working on the next one. I've actually got 2 on the go at the same time. So.
Have you? God, blimey, how can you keep up as to what you've written and how you develop a story if you're doing 2 at once?
Well, one is completely different. It's just completely different. But the next mermaid book will be set in the Seychelles.
Okay.
It'll more about marine conservation and wildlife. So, yeah.
Great. Good luck with it. Out now, the Miniature Mermaid of Zennor, bringing the old folk tales to life. It's great to speak to Emily Harper. Good luck, Emily, and happy St Piran's Week.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us. BBC Radio Cornwall, Answers to the Bag coming up.